6 years that I've known you, I've seen you transform from a brainy but bemused seventh grader into a confident young man who stands poised to reshape our world for the better. Nate has always possessed a tremendous intellect, but he was a hapless adolescent. When I taught him in middle school, Nate reminded me of a young absent-minded professor. He sometimes got lost on the walk from Pasadena Avenue, where the middle school campus was located, to the high school campus, where parents waited to pick up their kids. During the school day, he had trouble making it from class to class on time because he was often searching for misplaced items or just wandering around lost in his own thoughts. I worried about Nate. I wondered how he would fare in the less structured world of high school. I had the opportunity to find out when I joined Waverly's high school faculty last year. I found that Nate had developed into a strong and self-possessed young man who knew exactly where he was going. He was a leader on campus, where his teachers and peers adored him. Off campus, he won accolade after accolade for his talents in music, debate, and magic. But there was something else that I couldn't put my finger on until recently. Nate had never actually been lost. It's not funny, I'm just kind of choking up on this. What I had once perceived as Nate struggling to find his way in this world was something else entirely. Nate always knew where he was. He knew that his own world was far more beautiful than the one we all live in. As an adolescent, he was struggling to bring everyone into his world, not to find his way in ours. Nate has chosen to focus on public policy, econ, politics, and law in the years ahead because he sees those areas as vehicles for transporting our society to a better place. He's a brilliant force for change, and our future is brighter because Nate will be leading the way. Nate, you're a wonderful person. You're real. There's no pretense about you. You're going to do wonderful things in the years ahead. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your world.
More than meets the eye is a phrase used frequently for describing the movie Transformers, but less often for private schools. However, in the case of the Waverly School, I feel nothing else does it justice. To illustrate this point, I'd like to share a story. A fellow student of mine was ordering several pizzas to be delivered at the Waverly High School. In clarifying the address, my class head said, "Don't worry, it just looks like a bunch of houses. It's actually a school." The pizza guy hung up thinking he was being pranked. Our campus is far from the only aspect of Waverly where stereotypes and initial impressions don't match reality. The realization for me that my teachers are not robots with little knowledge outside the confines of their subject area who do not go into hibernation when the school day ends was a big one for me. At Waverly, I've discovered they are really real people who I enjoy and with whom I plan to keep in contact with. I have friends at other schools who value their high school experience, but I doubt any of them will leave with as close a relationship to the people they have been learning from for the last 4 years. I had a range of amazing experiences and learned a lot about myself at Waverly. Through the depth of coursework and exposure to a range of topics, I found I'm fascinated by current events and the human state. I was honored to be able to play saxophone with a wonderful concert pianist who also happens to be my science teacher. And I forged real and consistent friendships here, something briefly lost to me during my stint at a public middle school. Most importantly, my experiences at Waverly reinforced the importance of my family's support. My wonderful aunts, uncles, and cousins, my dad, who puts my education and character first, my Grandpa Joe, and Aaron, who inspire me, and most of all, my mom. I will never be able to fully comprehend her willingness to sacrifice so much for my siblings and me. In closing, I would like to say that while I enjoyed Waverly High School, I also largely took it for granted. There are many in the world, including here in the United States, who'd give anything to stand where I stand now, with the power of an excellent education behind them to begin their adult lives. I know that with privilege comes responsibility. Thank you, Waverly, my family, and my community for giving me the opportunity to live up to that.
Elias Chavez.
Good man, Elias.
Henry Costello. Cyrus Dumas. Congratulations and thank you to the Waverly class of 2014. We love you. Goodbye.